What is happening, everybody? John Denton here with another album reaction. Man, it's been a busy couple of weeks. Gorillaz, a group that I've been following since their inception, 2001, which is crazy to go back all that time when I was listening to that CD. Anyway, they are back with Song Machine. I've got to read this one. Song Machine, Season 1, Strange Times with a Z, and this is the deluxe edition as well. I mean, when you talk about a feature list, this is insane. Just quickly, Robert Smith, Beck, Elton John, Octavian, Kano, slowthai, Earthgang, and it goes on and on and on. Guys, if you want to see this in uncut, unedited form, or the music part anyway, check the Patreon link down in the description below. All album reactions go uncut onto the Patreon. That's the entire support structure for this channel. The Patreons, you amazing lot, do keep this channel alive. And if you want to know why, there's a video down in the description as well. Guys, enough from me. Subscribe, please, if you're new around here and you like this sort of thing. Gorillaz time. I mean, I didn't think I'd hear a new Robert Smith feature in 2020, but 2020 is 2020.
I'm speeding through the forest, strange echoes of Belarus, where presidents pin badges on disconnected youth.
Yes, I'm not normally a fan of when music goes into like sort of spoken word protest stuff. I've always found it a little bit awkward, but considering everyone involved, I'll let it go. Keys are awesome. I mean, it's completely LCD sound system vibes on this one now with the cowbell coming in there and everything. Fine by me, never an issue. Strong opener. Yeah, really strong opener. I like that a lot. Good to hear Robert Smith. You know, I love The Cure. So, always a pleasure. Good to hear him still being able to sing exactly like he used to be able to some 35 years ago. My God, I was a tiny baby. Yeah, strong opener. Like I said, LCD sound system vibes there. Love it. All right, Beck on this next one. My goodness. All right, Tame Impala vibes.
One-way trip back to West Hollywood. Let's go. It feels so good to have a perfect song.
100 million Viagra tablets stored in a warehouse in the valley.
It feels with the bang and the fangs of a parasite. I'm feeling alright.
Untainted dreams, etc. and forever. The valley where you wake up every beautiful day.
I like the weirdness of this. I like the energy of it. It's a bizarre track. I was trying to figure out, is he talking about the valley in California? Is it something a little bit more like ethereal that he's talking about, this valley of the pagans? But yeah, an enjoyable track as well. There's a lot going on in this song, but for me, it doesn't quite have the sort of space in between the instrumentation that you might get from like a Tame Impala or something like that. Different style of music, but I'm just like trying to pick out the bass, trying to pick out the synths. But it's a wavy track, it's an interesting track, not one that necessarily works crazy for a first reaction, but that's what this is. Growing on me quite a lot actually. Wow, Leee John. Great name, by the way. Killing the vocals. Yeah, that really grew on me towards the end of the song, and I do actually think maybe I was a little bit overly critical on the way that it was spaced. I was perhaps looking for it to be a different type of song than it actually was. Really quite a strong start to this record so far. Gorillaz so varied, always. I mean, I don't know if I listened to the last record, the Now Now. I don't think I did, but I definitely went through Humans a lot of time, which is a crazy record, all over the place in terms of different styles. This, again, variety is crazy, but we're definitely on a lot of vibes. We really are on a lot of vibes in these first three tracks. Now, I have heard this track, Pac-Man with ScHoolboy Q, once. I remember enjoying it, but I have no brain, so I can't even remember what it sounds like at the moment. It's kind of sounding old school Gorillaz.
When I ain't got nothing to sell, I shatter my thoughts to get out my shell. Why would I hold my tongue to tuck in my now? Can't be stuck in the red lights. Take flight, the light gon' bloom for the black night. Keep a peace, no Buddhist. Got the whole hood booming. I'm like a crip hop student. You and your ass look stupid. You making we look bad. I ride the beat, won't crash. I had to feel.
Yeah, I mean, Q killed that verse. Absolutely killed that verse. Again, real wavy record right so far. Just vibes, these kind of lounge elements, funk elements. But yeah, Q came on and gave that a completely different energy with a really strong verse, but the flow and just the cadence was what did it for me. Liking this record so far. I can tell, I mean, a Gorillaz record isn't something you just listen to once and get an immediate impact from anyway. It never has been. This is always music that needs to be absorbed over multiple listens. So I'm going in with that awareness in mind anyway. Yeah, nice vibes on that one. Some Vincent feature, pretty limited, but that's just one of those songs that just kind of washed over me like a warm wave. Do you get warm waves? Not really, but not like a freezing cold British seaside wave. You know what I mean? This is actually quite a pleasant listen, seeing as we've gone into lockdown 2 today in the UK. So I listened to Bring Me the Horizon's new record the other day, which is exactly the type of energy I needed at that time. I needed to get some fury out, and that was great. But right now, I think I just need a little bit of smooth peace. But there's still a lot of crazy features to go on this record. Elton John and Black? That's a crazy combo. Well, it's not really a crazy combo, really, in terms of just sound. But still, who would have thought that would have happened? Is that Elton on the keys? Elton on the ivories?
You've more or less forgotten me this summer.
Of all of the good times we had, long summer nights, held you long time, put your name in my rhyme, refresh your memory away.
Man, Black's so good, just the tone of his voice, that kind of like fragile tone, but he can switch it to kind of like an alpha mentality as well. I love Black, man.
Wanna be the phantoms on the way, she's coming down the street.
I tried to get to the line
Come on, Elton.
on a peach blossom highway. I tried to put these poses out of my day. I love you, but you didn't listen.
Elton's too much on this track. Come on, man. This is ridiculous.
Over the line.
Wait, I got so many examples of all of the good times we had.
Seems to me I'm in a dream.
Weird song. Weird track, that one.
Aries.
Love this so far.
See where you're at. I'm not love.
One thing I love about Gorillaz is you have absolutely no idea what's coming next on a first listen. Okay, I saw Peter Hook on this one. I was assuming we might be along these kind of New Order vibes, and it's exactly what's happening right now. I love the drum patterns on this. I love that kind of reverby guitar as well. Giving me proper 80s vibes, but also, you know, reminding me of music that would just be playing in the car in the background when I was little. Almost like creating a simulacrum of my own memories here. That's probably my favourite track on the record so far. A record that I've enjoyed, but that really was excellent, man. I've really enjoyed that. That kind of did something to me, and I'm not even too sure what, in all honesty. Okay, now Octavian on this next one.
We've been so nice, don't turn on us. Is it funny how the time flies by so fast? If we do all of these lines, we go up. And if I look into your eyes, I called my dealer, said share the wire with all of us. I told him we've been so nice, don't turn on us. But if I look into your eyes, I make you realize
It's a crazy track.
you know that we can be immortal.
Oh, it's a beautiful day.
Okay. You know when you hear a song, right? You know when you hear a song and you're like, one, I definitely haven't got everything I need to get out of that on first listen. You know that straight away when you listen to that, and then you listen to it and it's like, this might be something very special, but I just don't know yet. I need to give it multiple listens. Definitely. Kano on this next one of the best rappers in the world, like I said on my Dizzy Rascal album reaction this week. By the way, 1, listen to that record. 2, please check my reaction to that record as well, because that record is killer.
What could I be ready for? There's nothing in this pie. When was I supposed to bow down with you? Butterflies laid out on
right now. Deja que fluya para no perder el control.
I was going to say, I don't know Roxani Arias, and then she's singing in Spanish, so that's a good reason why I don't know who she is. Yeah, gorgeous track so far. It's like kick drum / 808 sort of, I don't know, swells, I guess you would call them. Beautiful.
New sentence moves and nudes pending. Lose evidence and news trending. Effortlessly truth bending. Who's treacherous, searching for feelings of a new friendship. There's but a few endings. Everyone's a winner till you lose, brethren. Old time, when we used to old time. Big up, but still a man's tears dripping down onto these photographs of what we used to be. But over time, that puddle turns into a sea.
Did he just say when you were crying streams, I was just surfing on your grief? Kano is one of the best rappers in the world, and he has this thing when he goes into the slightly lower tone where it just, I mean, it makes whatever he says have this incredible gravity, and he speaks. He's always done it, but he does it more so now he's that bit older.
if no one in this world like you. We a dead butterflies.
Stunning track, to be honest. Again, another one that I'll have to go back through and kind of explore and really think about and just enjoy. And it was one of those ones that, like, when you're more familiar with the song like that, I get the feeling like when the tone changes or when the drops changes or when Kano comes in or whatever, it's going to hit more and more. To be honest, for a long time in this track, I was like, hey, I'm not really feeling this one. It's okay. It's kind of a vibe to it. But now it's picked up massively, and you have to say, there's not really been a bad track on this record, has there? Or even close to, actually. And a lot of big features to come.
Mostly offenses and momentary bliss. We could do so much better than this.
I couldn't remember whether I've heard this one or not. I'm pretty sure I have. But I hear a lot of music all the time, so my brain just forgets everything.
You lack credentials, and you are special, so fucking special. Oh, how you need it, oh, how you're needed. And couple of months made me blush. There's a hole in your pocket, so you cannot find a change. Governor your mind, you say your pattern. You pull your strings.
slowthai really jumping into his kind of punk bag as well, but sounding a little bit libertinesy, which obviously like that as well. Always seems like a good crossover, slowthai and slaves. Another strong track. Another one.
It makes me sick to think you ain't happy in your skin. It's where it fits to think like walk on blink. It just holds up momentary bliss. Where you gotta buy the bounty, cause everybody take it. Meanwhile we keep on.
Yeah, enjoy that track, enjoyable track. I wouldn't have minded it being a little bit sort of louder and rougher and just a little more raucous than it is. It almost feels a little bit hemmed in perhaps, but another strong track. And what were we now, 11 tracks in? Earthgang on this one, longest track on the record. Long build up. This even drops a little bit.
Running, loving, singing, hugging, living, get it, stack it, running, dancing, flying, people, wake up, come on, keep on bold. Listen, child, don't you ever waste time trying to do nobody shine better while you're on.
Well, we wake up tomorrow and feel like we are closer together.
This track feels like a great summation of everything that's come first on the record.
In a long time since I've been outside, don't
Here we go.
catch up with me. Eye contact just with me. Tapped in my hold the raging
light. Love that track. I say, felt like everything so far on the record summed up. Kind of like a funky sort of progressive house type of vibe behind it as well. Similar vibes here.
you could in that what is weak, I was forgotten.
And bass.
I'm an architect. Gloriously. I always hear
Man, the vibes on that one as well felt like a really good sort of accompaniment track to the previous track, almost like a sort of hangover from it. But yeah, I don't know Joan As Police Woman. I've not heard of that artist before, but just another good track. One as well that I wasn't too sure about for the first minute or so. Man, I really do rate this record on first listen. 4 tracks to go, some crazy features still.
everything, yeah. I can't keep a fucking thing, yeah. Do the money, do the fame. It seems like that controls this thing.
It says mountains that take a lifetime to climb in dreams. I fly up and inflate. My eyes become watery. Whoosh, my head is severed. Will you stay a little longer?
The roundabout, the vibe is nice. We all would die. Yeah, I mean the roundabout. Our life is nice. We all gonna die, right? Oh, the roundabout. The vibe is nice.
To be honest, it kind of feels like we're supposed to be drifting off with a lot of this record, but especially in these last, since Opium, we're just supposed to be kind of like drifting off towards the back end of the record, which is going to be interesting with Peggy and SKEPTA at the end, see what happens there. But that's what these last three tracks have felt like, definitely.
Where I'm from, they said I live on a cloud, simply cause I just dream too much. Black ship, but I am all blue now. Down, ex-niggas blowing up my DM. Wanna meet for lunch, breakfast or a dinner.
One of the cool things about having such a feature-rich record with all of these different styles is you're going to find an artist that you've not heard of before, and you go, okay, that's interesting, that's happened a few times here. I think that's brilliant as well, because whereas I know certain artists, for example, maybe some of the American rappers that have appeared on here, Earthgang, ScHoolboy Q, maybe more of a sort of indie fan, an English indie fan who listens to this record won't know who they are, might explore their music, so I love that element of Gorillaz as well.
Ex-niggas blowing up my DM. Wanna meet for lunch, breakfast or a dinner.
Another one. Another very, very, very good track. What a record this is, man. There's nothing on it that isn't really good.
Do you know that the beautiful creature how I feel?
How you gonna tell me how to do it? Maneuver with this Ruger, these bullets is for the hoopers. You niggas.
Peggy coming in and doing a bit of like a Deltron sound as well, bringing it all the way full circle back to 2001. Love it.
My pay, I'm like, boom. Compress me and check me, I'm Peggy Bay. Divine, feel like I'm blessed, but I never pray. Get to the bread, give him lead time. They be got it for me. Put on the face of the critics, cause they beneath me. Never met a A&R casket. Let's go came with attachments, yeah. We at your house, we staking out, we in rent.
Okay.
Walk on, brother. Time to hustle for the money, give a change to your mother. Change them sheets, you got stains on the cover. Leon in a button-up shirt. Before we take off, you better buckle up first. Fresher than the president, psychedelics gone, but I move in silence. And right now, I'm just taking what's mine till Elizabeth returns the diamonds. Walk on, brother. Time to hustle.
Is SKEPTA capable of delivering a bad verse? I don't think he's capable of it.
How you live, remember the world full of expensive shit. Can't forget the poor, cause you're friends with the rich. Stay true to the bone, I ain't never gonna switch. Yeah. How far, brother? Time to hustle for the money, give a change to your mother. Change them sheets, you got stains on the cover. Better look sharp, now your face on the cover.
I mean, was there a bad song on that record? There wasn't. What a great collection of songs, man. 17 tracks, not a bad one in there. That doesn't happen very often. And a lot of excellent tracks in there. Like I said earlier in the reaction, I had this feeling the whole time as I'm listening to the record, this is just going to take more listens to really sink in. But as each track started to build towards the end of each track individually, but also started to build on top of the previous one, on top of the previous one, on top of the previous one, I was like, this feels like a 9 out of 10 record to me. So that's my first reaction score. It's a 9, and it was an 8 through most of it, but it just kept delivering. Now, whether or not some of these songs will lose impact over time, or whether or not they'll just keep getting better, I don't know. But I know for sure that I'll be listening to this album multiple times. just to pick a few out, I really did enjoy the opening track, Strange Times. I really loved Aries with Peter Hook. I love Friday the 13th. I love Dead Butterflies. I really enjoyed Opium with Earthgang. And MLS with Peggy on there. They would be my standouts on first listen, I think. Oh, and Pac-Man. ScHoolboy Q's verse on Pac-Man was fantastic. But yeah, what a great record. And Damon Albarn into his 50s now, I think. Still delivering, still being fascinated by the variety of artists that are out there. Still with his ear to the ground and still wanting to make interesting music. That is rare, to be honest. From someone so well off just through his successes over 30 years basically now, and also just it's rare because people rarely maintain that sort of energy as they get older, and I love that, and I'm inspired by that absolutely as somebody who doesn't just want to stand still in life. So yeah, really good, man. Let me know your thoughts on the record below. If you want to see the uncut reaction to this, all of the music, that's there. Patreon link down in the description. As you know, all of the money gets taken by the labels for all these videos on YouTube. It's a battle that we're battling every day in a kind of reaction music content creation community. But there's a video about that as well, which is down in the description if you wanted to watch that one. Guys, that's it. Thank you very much for suggesting this one. It won a little poll on Twitter as well, so make sure you follow me, Twitter and Instagram. I've got nothing else to say. What a fantastic record. What a pleasant listen. Guys, I'll catch you on the next one, alright? Peace!